Yeah, I mean, I told you guys we're gonna have more redraws. It's just, unfortunate because we came off of 135 with the whole blast reveal. We were riding such a high, and we get this. I don't even know if it's polarizing. It seems more people dislike it than people actually like it. And I mean, I'm not gonna use this video to hate on it, but I am gonna say that I'm disappointed. Am I spoiled? Are we spoiled as a community? Yeah, for sure. But it's just like the redraws in this chapter are both necessary and unnecessary. And I mean, let's just go into like the Atomic Samurai and G5 stuff. Does it look great? Absolutely. It always looks great. Murata is one of the best in the game. We knew this. But it's like the effort and time that went into redrawing that sequence could have just been spent on like continuing chapter 135, or if that's just the complete chapter, then 136. You know what I mean? Now, I've had discussions on what could be the reason behind the brevity of this fight, and maybe it has something to do with selling volumes, because apparently volume 20, which had the 2 chapters of like the S-Class meeting and them raiding the Monster Association base, initially with like the support team taking on all the initial monsters, the Rhino Wrestler stuff, that didn't sell too well because I guess the fight took too long or something like that. I don't know. It's just understandable that chapter wouldn't sell well because it was only 2 chapters. It was a little too long. Like, it was like the longest chapter. It was like 124 pages or something like that. But like shortening the fight between Atomic Samurai and G5 only to make the sequence and dialogue between E-Iron and the private military company longer. It's just confusing. So like, one and Murata have been giving so much attention to I guess we'll call them the private military company. That's what they're referring them to themselves as now. They've been giving them so much more attention since they've come back from the dead. I mean, I kind of get what it could be going towards. I mean, a lot of it has to do with developing E-Iron. It seems like they want to make E-Iron more of a standout character at this point, and that's fine. He's a good character. We need more of those ancillary build-up type of dudes. We can't just all focus on the S-Class and guys like that. And I'm sure E-Iron will be more important to the story after this arc is over. But that's also what I think a lot of this private military group has to focus on, is more so after this arc, like just them letting us know that they are called the private military group, and the fact that they've invested in a prosthetic limb manufacturer. I think that's kind of important information. Now, I won't go into spoilers because it doesn't really matter, but those of you who have read the webcomic can probably put 2 and 2 together, and also considering the suits that they're wearing, it probably has stuff to do with, what's going to happen later on in the story. And that's fine as well, but it's just, I don't know. It seems like there's already so much going on in this arc, and I do see that they're lightening the mood somewhat by having them like reveal that they were really scared, and they're trying to play off that they weren't scared, when the monsters had them and everything. So maybe that's for the anime. I'm thinking like, I'm trying to think more ahead into those type of things, not just so much as the volume, but maybe this will translate better to like the way that the anime episode will play out. But then again, it's like, if it's going to be like season 2, then they would just rush through this sequence anyway. Hopefully it's not like season 2, but I'm just like, I don't know. Like I said, disappointed by this. Is it bad? No, it's not bad. I wouldn't say that at all. But maybe it just goes into me being spoiled by, the delivery of One Punch Man. And maybe we're getting somewhat of this redraw exhaustion. And like I said, there's going to be more than this. There's going to be a lot more redraws to come. But I just wish it was something that was more interesting. Because, like, to me at least, like, private military group, they're not interesting. I don't care about them. And the Disciples, they're fine. but I don't want entire chapters dedicated to them because I don't think they're that interesting. But anyway, like another purpose I could see of this sequence besides what I just said is further setting up Tongara to be a foil. Like I talked about in the previous redraws, this guy's obviously being set up to be sus. So I guess they're just further hammering it home that he is going to do something sus and likely be taken out, because if you've been following like what I've been saying throughout these reviews, it's kind of like out of order at this point, because Murata's been doing redraws for future chapters after this as well. Like he did 130 a couple weeks ago, and we see like the end result of what happened between them and Evil Natural Water, and they all get taken out. But then also in the most recent chapter, or the most recent set of chapters, like around 134, we see like E-Iron and them coming out of the rubble, and Narinki's private military group is with them, but Tongara isn't. And I think the guy Soshi, the guy with the hair, swept to the side, he's not there either from what we saw. So it's looking like Tongara is, like I've been saying, he's going to like, I don't know, do something really sus and like, I don't know, use Soshi as a human shield or something like that to save himself from Evil Natural Water. Because he's basically spelling it out in this chapter. He's like, something I'd kill for. And then it's like, hey, I've seen how filthy people can be. It's like, okay, we get it. You're gonna be filthy. You're gonna kill. So yeah, he's, like I said, something's gonna happen with Evil Natural Water. One of them is gonna die, and then Tongara's gonna die, or he's gonna run away or something, and he's not gonna be in the picture anymore. And even then, it's like, what is this doing other than giving them something to do? But there's plenty of characters and plenty of storylines to focus on besides them. I would just say get used to it, because we still got months ahead of this stuff, and it's unfortunately just going to cut into chapter time and chapter development. And it's unfortunate because I could definitely see this taking a toll on the community, and also the toll on like the casuals as well. Like I see a lot of comments like outside of like the hardcores that are saying One Punch Man's being ruined by redraws and stuff, and I wouldn't say it's being ruined by it. I mean, it's not like ruining the story by any means. It's just halting the progress of it, and maybe even being outshined by series that aren't being redrawn and retconned and are like really peaking right now. But other than that, it's like, I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm not offended or anything. Like I just said, disappointed. And should I be? Am I allowed to be? I don't know. If you think everything is justified and you think it's great, go for it. I just want to get past this stuff, honestly, because it seems like it's doing more harm than good. But that's pretty much it for the video. If you liked it, please give it a like. I got stuff here. Check it out. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.